Hi everyone, what's up? So today we'll discuss how not to be hungry, diet again, and yeah, we live in a pretty good time. We can afford ourselves to be fat. So if you found this video somehow, so probably I assume you might have a problem with overweight. Yeah, we eat a lot compared to some people who are struggling for lack of food in Latin America, India, Africa, and so on, and many people even dying from starving. Another half of the world struggling from overweight. Okay, so I want to start on the most important topics, using psychology tricks for reduce amount of calorie and get rid of on unnecessary weight. Okay, so I guess the most problem why we get overweight, we just eat a little bit more than we need. It's simple math. Certain amount of calories you contain and certain amount of calories you spend. So if you spend more than you eat, you will lose weight, and if you eat more than you spend, you gain weight. So probably only solution for get balancing, it reduce amount of calories you eat every day and little bit put it up your activity level. Main problem, I would say, we eating wrong food. If let's say we change fast carbohydrates to slow carbohydrates, you will be hungry less, because slow carbohydrates with a long chain, it digests much slower and longer time. It's mean you will be not hungry longer compare if you eat some bakery or sweets, white rice and whatever, because it digests really quick and you get hungry again. And such jumps of insulin in your body, I would say it would basically make it fast, because all of the glycogen what we digest from a fast carbohydrates and sugar, when they come directly to the blood, basically they'll kill us. So that's why we have such of good protection of insulin, what it take everything and put it and store it in a fat for use it later, what usually we not use, but we can. Okay, so for some people it's really easy for get on a diet. They just see clearly, okay, I want to be fit, I want to lose weight, I want to go to competitions, that's why I need lose 10 kilo weight for get on a lower weight category and so on. And say, okay, today I cut my calories, today I change my diet, and that's it. So actually I'm one of that person, so I know, okay, now I'm starving 3 days, and after I add little bit of calories and eat it again, pretty simple. I just know what I want to, I just make self-programming, and okay, today I just drinking water, whatever, today I just eating fruits, or okay, today I'm on low carbs, and tomorrow I can load myself with more carbs if it's necessary. But unfortunately for majority of people it's a big problem. I wouldn't say not even to persuade themselves or get motivated or to see what they want. They just not have such kind of inside power, not have such much intention. But it's still a lot of ways how to do it, let's say less harmfully. For we try avoid any kind of stress, we try to avoid any kind of discomfort. So best way, make a long road. So instead of change your diet just right now, do it like really slowly, week by week. And let's say if you wanna change your fast carbohydrates to slow carbohydrates, easy way, just type it. Maybe I'll make another video how to count amount of your calories and how to choose a certain food what you need. Because let's say if you eat potatoes and white rice before, and now you need to skip to brown rice and grains and beans, eat different food, maybe what not really like you, or just eat only salads, what you will be probably not really comfortable, and so on. Myth about healthy food, it's not tasty, I don't know. I think it's just a myth, because you can cook any food in many different variety. You can make a lot of healthy sauces and make your salad every day with the new ingredients, and it will be taste really delicious, and vegetables, and if you eat meat or fish, eat huge variety how to make it healthy instead of deep fried or boiling sauce with a lot of boiling fat and so on, and escape of sweets. If you want to eat something sweet, okay, eat some berries, eat some fruits, whatever. You can make some ice cream at home, and yeah, if you cooked it at home, it's way more easy for balance in your dietary compare when you eat it somewhere else. Okay, so let's come closer to the tips. Every day you can, let's say you have your meal, what you eat, chips and fish, whatever. You can take part of chips and add a little bit of beans or maybe brown rice or oats or any other grains, and every day you can add and swap it a little bit more, so without any discomfort or stress you can change your food slightly and you feel okay from it. You not feel like, oh, I lose something, or I not eat couple days food I want to when I come back to it and I just give up. Same, you can construct a lot of different systems. Let's say 1 week you cut your calories just a little bit, and next week you can cut more, and if it's really difficult you can come back to previous week when you cut little bit calories and after cut more, and so on, and you can make certain chain for get lower and lower. Usually if you eat let's say a little bit more food today and you add some bakery to your food and then you add some salad, so your meal getting a little bit bigger and after you still feel hungry because you feed not only your body, you feed your fat as well, because your body take a certain amount of calories not only for take care of all of your body, for store your fat as well. So that means you need cut way more calories for start using fat what you have in your body already. Another psychological technique we can use, probably you heard it many times in a school, any food you put in your mouth, let's say a spoon of red rice, whatever, basmati rice, any slow carbs, yeah, you need to make 36 jaw movement. So basically your food you're supposed to drink. So then you send signal to your brain like, okay, I get certain amount of food, because when you eat it less, the signal go to your brain slower and you can eat more food until you feel quite release your food already, but you overeat already. So as more movement of jaw you do is better. Another trick you can do, same simple psychology. Let's say you use like this size of plate and you put your oats, steak, anything else what you do, salad, whatever, yeah. On the next week try to make a smaller plate, so on a smaller plate you will put little bit less food, and on next week put even smaller plate, so there you will put even less food, yeah. And on first food with a normal plate just try to put a little bit less food than you do in usual. It's really easy to manage if you cook at home, but if you eat somewhere else what you usually eat, try to eat less, and I don't know, it's not really good for left some food, so you can put it in plastic bag and feed some fish, birds, dogs, cats on the street, whatever. So try to leave a little bit of food. Same thing, each week you can use a smaller fork or smaller spoon until you get to really small plate and use a teaspoon for eat something. So basically how much food you need per one time, so you can take your palm at this amount you need, yeah. So everything what you take more per one meal, it's extra. So you can increase your metabolism, so much better eat more times but less amount of food. In this case you not stretch your stomach, you not stretch your belly, and you digest certain amount of food what you need, and you can eat later. Only minuses, you might be hungry like in a couple hours, you need to eat it again and again, and if you work in somewhere in office and you don't have some, I don't know, pasta with you or some chicken breast or whatever what you eat, you might feel discomfort and hungry. But if you can eat on your workplace like every 3 hours or so, it's perfect. You can increase your metabolism, you can increase your activity, what will help you to lose fat more quickly. Another trick, it doesn't matter can you use it or not, chopsticks, yeah, you can eat food by chopsticks. So first of all, probably you will need some time for learn it. other things, whatever you eat except spaghetti. If you eat pasta or rice, you need a lot of time for eat same amount of food, and you will be tired of eating even small portion. So the signal to your brain will come quicker and will say your feed already. So try to make a long journey every day. Just cut your food little bit by little bit, so you will not feel any difference. And like after 1 month's time, you already cut a lot of calories. I'll make another video how to count the calories, so you can make a note and try to write in your note every day, like what you eat on a breakfast, on a lunch, or maybe you have a second breakfast and second lunch, whatever, what you eat in a dinner. Another problem for many people, we're busy all day or not hungry in the morning because we eat in the evening and come back home late, and we eat quite a lot because super hungry after the day, and we eat a lot in the evening. What the most of problem, because you don't spend any calories in the evening, you go sleep and you know what will after. So much better to eat in the morning and lunchtime, and evening eat just little bit. Salad, maybe fruit salad, but fruits probably better eat on the first half of the day. Can be some protein like a cottage cheese, meat, fish, whatever, can be anything. Maybe some cooked vegetables. If you in the morning not hungry, cannot eat, if you will miss your dinner 2-3 days, probably you will. What you can do next, when you cut your calories, so you don't know how much calories you spend approximately. So now we have a lot of cool devices on a phone, so let's say you can approximately count how much you walk, how much you run, and how much calories you spend. Okay, you spend, let's say, 500 calories today. Okay, try to increase it to 1000 calories, walk more, do some cardio, and so on. And same I said before, take a note. Write all of the food you eat during the day, and on the next day check are you cut something or not. So you can take a list, and you know, like this week you make a note, and next week, and you see how much food you cut already. Then you can count your calories. So approximately, many people, they have no idea, they eat 5,000 or 6,000 calories per day, but it's like they need maybe only 2,000 or 2,500 for instance. And then try to count the amount of calories, approximately what we eat, and see you eat enough or not enough, or you still need to cut, and so on. Maybe you cut already a lot of food, but still not enough activity for get rid of weight you have. For sure, when you change food, when you change diet, you will start to lose some weight, but mostly we lose water, not the fat. And for lose fat, it takes quite a long time. So if you want to be more active and change food. Also very important for balance the food. Eat certain amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fat, good fat, I mean, not cooked fat. If you cooked it, same with sugar, it's processed and not really good for our body. So everyone probably learned in school, and we was studied anatomy, and we know, so for our body we need vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. But usually no one mentioned how much supposed to be. So usually it approximately in same amount. So let's say 30% of carbohydrates, 30% of protein, and 30% of raw fat. If you want increase your metabolism even more and digest your food quicker and lose even more fat, it will be a really good idea to eat carbohydrates separately from proteins, and oils even separate. If you cannot drink oil separately, yeah, you can put it in a salad, in your grains, in your beans, in your meat, or everywhere, like coconut oil or olive oil, sunflower oil if it's natural, nut oil, peanut oil, sesame oil, or whatever, any other good oil, not a palm oil, of course. Yeah, so we need quite a big amount of good raw fat. Some people, they try to sit on diet and they cut carbs, try to eat more protein, but still they have not enough raw fat. Also it's called the keto diet. Yeah, so when you increase amount of fat, you learn your body work on a fat instead of using glycogen. And slowly, step by step, you will use the fat from your body. If you will do some cardio, it will be even more helpful. Cardio better you'll do on an empty stomach, so best time it's morning, and super best time early morning, like from 5 till 7 a.m. So basically it's when your hormones going up. Probably men's, they know it for sure. You feel like a man, even have a problem to go to a pee and so on. So if you cannot go in this time, okay, try to do it another one, or in evening. In evening it should be like at least 2-3 hours after a meal. So in this case you need to eat like at 6 o'clock the last meal, and after when you do cardio it will be works well because you already don't have any food in the stomach, so you will use your fat for it. And now is a really cool system what you can use if you still decide to lose weight. You can increase amount of hormone growth in your body and decrease amount of insulin. So basically, let's say the best system what works for majority of people, because it's not such difficult. You make your last meal at 6 or 7 p.m. Then your first meal will be in the morning about 9 or 10 p.m. So amount of time without food, let's say it will be 15, 17, 16 hours, and with food 6, 8, 9 hours or so, maybe various. So you stay without food much longer than when you eat it, and you can eat like every 2 hours, let's say. In this case, you have a good chance for lose more weight. Yeah, how not to be hungry? We already mentioned. Do it slowly, step by step, reduce your calories, try to use smaller plate, forks, whatever. You can use some supplements. Let's say, I would say the best one, it's spirulina. So if you don't like the taste of spirulina, if it's in a drink or in a powder, you can use a capsule. So I think it helps to control your hunger really well. Also it have a couple more different herbs. Indian one is baron, but some people said it's okay for not be hungry. Some people say they still feel hungry, so for different people it's work not the same. So number one, I would say the spirulina. So you can take it for get to the certain level and you will feel not hungry. Because, but you know, I would say, so what usually we feel hungry, it's a slight discomfort from being empty. What really hungry is, it's when you're fasting, let's say at least 7-10 days after, you can understand when you're really hungry. So everything else is just light discomfort in your stomach, nothing more. If you want to lose weight and use fasting, you can, but for new people who just try diet, I not suggest you, because it's really easy to give up. And if you, let's say, fasting 3-5 days and after you have a big jumps of weight, because you can eat same amount of food and your body will absorb everything like a sponge and collect even more weight. But if you do like unload days, let's say 1 day per week you just only drink and not eat, it's pretty good. You will not lose much weight. I would say you will not lose any weight, but it's really good for clean your body. And if you will still increase the amount of your activity and cut your calories, yeah, it will be helpful for lose your weight. But usually you lose fat after 3 days of fasting, let's say. But if you want to have a good muscles, you will start to lose your muscles, I think, already after 24 hours. It's not a big difference, because after such catabolic effect, you can gain a little bit of more weight. When I done fasting like 5-7 days, after I come back to the same diet, low carbs, I gain weight like with a week or 2 week time, like a few kilo more, and it was fat. So basically for lose weight by doing fasting is quite difficult, because you need to eat even less amount of food what you eat before. But we enjoy food, we love it, we eat it. So I think best solution, just slowly change what you eat it now. Mostly 90% what we see around the sale on the market is the fast carbohydrates, full of sugar, or even aspartame where is no sugar, what even worse, palm oils, and yeah, all of the bakery starch and anything. So it's not much healthy product we can buy, but hopefully some people who really knowing, oh, you don't have a healthy product here, you don't have a vegan or vegetarian food or so on. So now more and more places you can just order fruits or normal salad and it's fine. It might be psychological problem for someone when everyone eating like ice cream, biscuits, and you just sitting on a diet. But still, it's about your aim, about what you want to get, and as I said before, just change it slowly, as slow as possible. Don't worry, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months you'll start losing weight and you'll get to your point what you want to, but you will feel fine. You will cut your sugar slowly. Let's say you put 3 teaspoons sugar in your tea. Okay, few days put it 2, after a few days put it 1, after a few days put it half of a spoon, and after try to drink it without sugar and try to get rid of sugar everywhere. Same if you eat bakery, okay, eat a little bit less. I don't know how much you eat. Let's say you eat 3 buns per day. Next day eat 2, few days after eat 1, few days eat just a half, and after skip of it. So make it slowly, so you will feel fine. And you know, for get any new cool habit you need 21 days, actually 1 month. So 1 month and you will be on a new regime. If you change diet dramatically for see some benefit for it, you need wait maybe week time. After week time you will start to feel something, and maybe after 1 month's time you will see the result. But still, any small changes, it's some small plus, some small benefit what you add to your health. So it's better to do something small instead of not doing nothing. So with the small steps you can climb to the big wall, but you cannot jump on it. So same like cutting little bit by little bit, you can break a huge wall, but with the first time you can hit it and you break your arms and legs and you cannot do it. So do it slowly, step by step, and it mostly works for most of people. Okay, next video we will discuss a little bit more stuff about cardio exercises, about different system for losing weight and manage your insulin plan, and about dietary and food, how to calculate calories, and how to make a precise note, decide what you need. Okay, if you have any questions, so put your comments, what else you want to know. Hopefully it will be useful at least for someone. At least it works well for many people, so you can try to type, I don't know, any dietary like keto diet and so on, and read people feedbacks, and same from different techniques what people use for not feel hungry, what they feel so and so on. I'll be glad if you share your experience too. Okay, so see you next time.